What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And what and when I'm in power, I'm talking about Power Book 9, well, Episode 9, Power 2, aka the Tariq Show. Oh man, where should we begin? I want to say to Courtney and everybody who had something to do with this episode that just passed, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Clapping is because you finally got it right. This episode was well done. You did an episode that was great. This was a great episode to me. I love this episode. Everything worked. The characters had meaning. They had purpose. It had direction. From the start of this, we always talk about the professors. Like, what are they meaningful? Like, what is the point of having them there? In this, you got to see the meaning of them. You got to see some meaning from them when they actually had to interview the students and what was going on there. We get to see the greed of the one professor, but the other professor, she's now stuck because she got Zeke. She's stuck in the one to help Zeke. She sees a wounded student, and now she gets to be the one to be the hero, which put her right in the path of Monet. Yep. Oh, they had a purpose because he wants to find out what all he can get out of the professor. Then pretty much figured out what's going on, so he wants to see what all he can get out of Tariq. Now, in this episode, it had purpose and meaning, even though I don't know where they get these drug dealing ideas from. This girl gets all this money for the coke and just gives it to Tariq. I mean, just snap their fingers and they just get all this money for drugs. I mean, in this case, he shouldn't even be working with Monet. He should be working for her. I mean, yeah, it started terrible, but this episode was pretty good. I like the whole situation with Tariq is coming full circle with accept who he really is. Accept that, the monster you are, period. But you gotta accept it. But it's not just him. You got Kane. Everybody's trying to accept the role they are. I ain't gonna lie though, when the gay dude got shot, I laughed. He even got shot, Fruity. When Drew got hit, because he was so stupid, I'm like, don't get up, dummy. But he got up and he got hit. It was even Fruity when he got hit. He got hit. I'll rewind that part about 100 times. I can't lie. I was on the floor laughing for so long. When Drew got hit, it was Fruity the way he got hit. I mean, he bent that arm like, and went down. Man, I laughed. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this 300 times. You're not kidding, Smashball. There's a lot to sort through. But at least they did a better job of making it more concise and keeping it in it, keeping it in the bowl it needs to be in. It's like, where are they going with this investigation with with Tasha, with Tasha's case, with Saxe and Method Man character. It's like, okay, we got to start to get somewhere with this. It was like, oh, she's not going to testify and say nothing. She's like, I just want to run. Now, this is the second time Tariq was about to take a life, but then he stopped himself and didn't do it. Because he saw an opportunity. So he gave away the money that was supposed to go to Monet. Yes, Mary J. acting in this movie is, by God, horrible. I don't know if it's her acting or because I've seen her act before. Like in Mudbound, she was great. In Mudbound, she was great. That I know for a fact. And this thing here, I don't know if it's the writing, but it's like she's still stuck in a mode. She don't know really what to do. Budget to show a crew. It's like you see her only with like 3 people. You never get to see a crew or nothing. So it's like, how are we supposed to accept Monet as this big running the drug here with nobody except for the kids? She got the kids doing all the work. Y'all gonna start bagging up. I mean, they got no crew and they just get rolled on like that, and she's supposed to be a somebody. And where they get all these like cartoon guys? Like all the people that don't look like they would ever be the most gangsterous people in the world are out here shooting stuff up. You got my man from doggone ATL in there. His name Jackie. Jackie ain't never played no gangster type roles or nothing. Ain't Jackie Long. I saw Jackie Long, the first thing I did was laugh. You said you ain't even recognize him? Yeah, he's supposed to be the boss that crossing her. Now, this whole thing with her and Kane is so drawn out and it's so dumb. Well, book 3 is all 50 Cent. 50 Cent got some soft side Jamaican stories that's going into this. Power book 2 had nothing to do with Kanan and 50 Cent. You could tell right away. The authenticity is gone. He had nothing to do with that. That was their baby, their puppy to screw it up the way they did. But my goodness. I'm like, did they have any type of budget? I mean, it was like no budget, for real. It was literally no budget for this. They got approved for season 2 because the ratings, if you knock it out the park on your first premiere, then definitely it would continue. Now, like, I don't even know why they would call it Ghosts. Tariq is not the new Ghost. And I said it so many times before, but people got to understand. Going into this series, you're trying to make Tariq a likable character. You got to have somebody like on the show. Like, they like the character. No one likes Tariq. They didn't like Tariq even in the regular Power series. No, it's not Rainey's acting. He was actually improved much with his acting. But this has nothing to do with that at all. It has everything to do with the fact that the character was not built as a character of like. So if you don't like this character, you're already in a whole different, because now you need somebody that you like or somebody else on the show to root for. He just took out the lead character of the show who you like. And now he gets his own show. And we're starting off with him as if we're supposed to give a damn about him going to school and doing anything. The way they should have did this show, the way they should have did this television show is they should have focused more on Tariq at school. They should have just kept it there at school. And all the things he was doing at school, trying to build an empire from the school. They should have kept that as the main focus. Showing Tariq got to run around and tie up all these loose ends that don't nobody care about, and these two professors that have no direction whatsoever. And another thing, how is Tasha charging the phone? Like, she's always on the burner. Where's her charger to charge the damn phone? That's one hell of a cell phone. The battery's always good. She don't know him because she's from Brooklyn. Since when a borough? Do you know for the whole New York City, Ghost and Tommy were the main suppliers? FA was the plug. They went through them for work. They didn't just have one area of the city. They were in Queens. They was in Brooklyn. They was in upstate Harlem. They had people, they had everybody coming to them from the whole New York City. What made Power work is the fact that Ghost didn't want to do what he was doing anymore. He had a goal. He was trying to get out. When someone's trying to get out of something and they're working towards something and it keeps getting pulled away and they keep fighting to try to get to it, you're trying to see the journey of if he gets to that goal. What is Tariq's goal? To stay out of jail? But this one was done relatively well and it was structured properly. Build up, they bring in Tariq, don't even remember recording or making that video, whatever, but now he knows Sack video. And it's not admissible in court, but he has it. Oh, the original Power worked, and I knew it would, but because everything stupid that they came up with, got knocked out of the way. The guy who was supposed to play Ghost, that they wanted to play Ghost, rather, the studio, they didn't want Omari Hardwick to play Ghost. I knew, and 50 Cent knew, the right and only person to play him was Omari Hardwick. Now you wouldn't even picture no one else playing Ghost. But the person they wanted to play him is Michael J. White. The martial artist. But it's like, no, if you get him, Ghost is supposed to be a character that could blend in both worlds. If you look at Michael J. White and you see his big self up there, he don't look like he can't kick some ass. He don't look like he can just, he looked like he did it. Omari, he has that charm, that innocence, that he's a businessman, he can pull that right off. And you look at him, you go, ain't no damn way. This dude, the drug kingpin? No. Nah. Can't see it. Right, he would have played Ghost well, but how would he pull it off Jamie? You know, the policeman took one look at him and said, oh yeah, he did it. Jamie could pull that off. Omari Hardwick could pull that off. He could be both guys. I seen him play Ghost before. Ghost is nothing but Shav from Next Day Air. That's really how he got the role. 50 saw Next Day Air and said, oh, I know the perfect guy who could play. Ghost. That whole scene when he going to get his money, he come in there, he asks for the rope, the duct tape, and he sit it down. That's Ghost. Now, oh yeah, hit the like button, man. Ain't nobody hitting the like button for this. Now, the love triangle thing, I'm glad they kind of went away from that in this episode. They kind of kept the one girl who had the rich family and all that. Like, they keeping her in her place of just being somebody who's Tyreek's friend. She want more than that, but right now she's Tyreek's friend. And just keep that in a perspective. Then he said he saved her daughter's life, Monet, but they got to rely on Tyreek more now. Course correct is a little too hot for anything to be moved, really. Even when the feds is there investigating, because they're still investigating the case. Now, she's been told the police already. One of the students told her anonymously that now one player on the basketball team, somebody from GTG, tried to attack one of the players, but she wouldn't say who it was. And the funniest part is the actual basketball playing cousin in there. And I think I should tell somebody. Somebody made a meme with that face up there. They was like, this is the face of somebody that's finna rat you out. Now I'm finna rat you out, face. And I think I need to tell them what happened. I'm like, boy, somebody don't get this dummy right now. I mean, it's bad casting in certain areas. The character they got to play Kane, the Bobby Brown guy, ain't working. He's not intimidating at all. Nothing intimidating about him at all. No matter how tough they try to write his roles, they just wasted the cop who just was useless anyway, so they just got him out of the way. Thank God. Okay, Monet, I take care of it. So now the cop is out of the way. So now it's like, who's she gonna call at the police department to help her out when things go wrong? He was the cop on the inside. Quite sure they probably have more, but his job and role was very useless. I think they realized it and they written him out there like, look, we don't have nowhere to go with this cop. You know, I thought Lorenzo and the cop, he had a cop killed. It definitely was a rewrite somewhere. And the cop had to get removed. They were like, look, we got too many characters that means nothing. This cop and sleeping with Monet is like, for what? He comes in to help the story go along. Whenever they stuck writing, throw that other cop that's working with Monet. He'll get Dre and them out of a jam. And now Monet knows he owes her, or she owes that cop. It's like, Jesus Christ. Then Kane comes after the shooting, knows what happens. So now I guess he gonna what? Go after Jackie Long? They still didn't kick him out. I mean, Kane goes to immediate jealousy of Tyreek. Like, for what? Still don't know. Like, dude, all you got to do is what he doing ain't got nothing to do with you. No, it's just bad character. You know, like hiring Jackie Long to play the doggone, you know, guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna shoot them. That's like hiring me to play the goon. You know, like Sino, the drug kingpin goon killer. Yo, man, I'll smoke anybody that's in my way, son. Hey, ain't nobody buying that. They gonna be that Sino. Sino look ridiculous holding that gun like that. Now, if you put me in the boss chair and I'm the one ordering the hit, I'd be, let me have a number 2 with cheese, medium, and a chocolate shake. I know, Outlaw. Oh, no problem, Neil. I'm glad y'all liked the Rick James video. So, I'm a roll. But I actually like the direction this one went in. I thought they did a better job this week. I guess when it's getting to the end, they trying to wrap it up. And I think they want to close these chapters out that was left over from the old movie. So, I mean, from the old series, so they can start anew. Then maybe next season will be much better. But we got this episode coming up. And then we'll see what's cracking with that. I'm out.